Hey book besties, I'm Haley.
And I'm McKaylee. Welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist.
Season 2 is here and we're messier, moodier, and more obsessed with fictional men than ever.
Expect chaos and all the twists your TBR can handle.
Let's get plot
twisty!
Hi friends, before we dive into today's episode, we want to take a moment to acknowledge something important.
As a podcast, we believe in creating a welcoming and inclusive space for all readers. While this episode centers around Harry Potter, a series that means a lot to many people, we also recognize the harm caused by some of the personal views expressed by its author.
We want to be clear that our discussion is focused on the books themselves and the impact they've had on readers around the world. Our goal is to celebrate the story, the characters, and the community that grew from it, not to endorse or align with the author's views.
Thanks for being here with us. Now, let's get into the magic of the wizarding world.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks and a Plot Twist. We are so glad that you guys are here with us today. We've got a super fun episode planned for you guys.
That's right! If you've been following along, then you know this month has been all about Harry Potter.
We spent the last few weeks diving into the books, and now we're closing out our Harry Potter month with something extra special.
We've teamed up with the amazing hosts of Page to Picture, a podcast where hosts Tiffany and Kim compare books to their movie adaptations. Basically, this collab was meant to be.
Yes, and for this episode, we're doing a full Harry Potter deep dive. We're talking favorite books, movie moments, what the films got right, and what they completely skipped over.
And of course, we'll be wrapping it all up with a discussion about the upcoming HBO reboot set to release in 2027. You know we have feelings about that.
Yes, let's get into it. But before we do, how about you guys introduce yourselves? Say hi, Tiff and Kim.
Hi. We're so
excited.
We're so happy to be back again. This is
Literally.
exciting.
Yes.
I never turned down an opportunity to talk about Harry Potter, so this is
So
exciting.
true.
It feels like it's been forever, but it was just a couple months ago, guys.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
immediately after our last episode together, we were straight all up on that. Harry Potter, let's go. That's got to be our next collab. And now we're finally here. So that's
And
so
now we're
exciting.
here.
I guess it's easy enough to start with a classic, which it's already a given. I think that Haley and I are total Hufflepuffs. We say that in probably every episode that we do together. But what are you two guys? What are your houses, Hogwarts houses?
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
Through and through. For the longest
Smarty
time, I thought I was
pants.
Gryffindor until I took like the actual test. And when the test came out, and I was like, oh, I'm a Ravenclaw. That makes sense. And I accepted it.
It's like, let me throw away all my Gryffindor
Embraced it.
things and get
Mhm.
Ravenclaw things, and that's all we have.
I embraced it.
Oh my gosh. And Tiff,
I think it's pretty obvious that
Yeah.
I'm a Slytherin.
that was a given.
Listen,
I'm actually Gryffindor.
I'm actually a Gryffindor.
No.
No, I'm a Slytherin, and I knew I was a Slytherin. I took the test, it said Slytherin, and I said, yeah, that sounds about right. And like, I just accepted it. I am who I
Yeah.
am, okay?
So did you make this Draco collage yourself?
no,
Because
I found it.
it's so good.
I
is
found it
pretty
off
awesome.
Pinterest. We
I
love
love
Pinterest.
it. That is amazing. None of us are Gryffindor, so none of us
Love
are
that for us.
are the heroes. So we got a couple villains and
Yeah.
some people that like to sit in the corner.
Yes.
We love to
Yeah.
see it.
We just watch it all go down.
Yes.
Absolutely. So now we are going to go ahead and dive into the books that started all the magic here. And
Yes.
what is everyone's history with Harry Potter and how did we all first discover it?
So I first read Harry Potter back in 3rd grade, I think, with my dad, and I have just been completely obsessed ever since. I love the books, I love the movies, everything. I try to reread the series at least once a year, like at the beginning of September with all those nice fall vibes. So I try to do that.
Love it.
The movies are also just like my comfort watch. Anytime I'm doing anything, I've usually got Harry Potter running in the background. There's just so much nostalgia for me. And this is actually McKaylee's first time reading,
Yes.
watching the books. It's
Watching the books,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean,
Watching the
I
books.
sit there and I
is
watch
so
the
true.
book.
She's like, I have
Okay.
She's like, I have subtitles on, so I'm watching the book for
The
sure.
book, yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been kind of around Harry Potter. I mean, my friends in high school, middle school, they were all into it, but I feel like I passed the threshold of let's get into Harry Potter as a child. So then I just never got into it. So, again, newly introduced by Haley, I started reading the books in February, and now I haven't finished the series yet. I'm halfway through book 6, but I did finish the 6th movie today. I was like, I have to prepare for this collab, so I went ahead and just watched all the way up to 6. So I haven't even touched Deathly Hollows yet. I have not read the books for Deathly Hollows. I ended on the worst cliffhanger. So book
I
6,
know.
you
Oh my
guys,
God.
I did not have time to watch Deathly Hollows Part 1. Otherwise I would have, because I am like miserable right now. I don't even think I'm gonna like have to take the
Deathly
time
Hallows
to
Part
read.
1 don't get any better, sister.
Oh my god.
Well, I have to after this is over. I might have to watch the movie before I read the book, because I don't think I can wait that long. I just think I have to
Right.
jump in.
She's
But
like, I need to find out what happened.
yeah. I mean, Snape and Draco, man. Okay,
Oh my god.
they just left us with a big bomb. But what are you
Yeah.
guys like? Where did y'all get started and everything?
Well, I must have been at least 12 or 13. And the only reason why I picked up the book was because Kim was just super obsessed with the Harry Potter books. And just me being who I am and wanting to be just like my sister, I was like, okay, I'm going to start reading it. So I rented it from my school library. And they were like, we need to make sure that you can actually read. So read a chapter in front of me. And I was like, so I remember doing that
That's
and being
crazy.
like, I'm going to take this now. So I took it. I'm hooked now. So please don't try and take this away from me. And I read them and I love it. And then I watched the movies and I was like, I love this too. So here
So
we are.
good.
Wow.
That's my
I'm
story.
like, don't touch my books. You go
Yeah,
buy
she
your
was
own
like,
books.
you get your own books, don't read my books. I was like, okay.
Wow.
I
So
know.
for me, okay, so I remember being in 5th grade and my teacher was obsessed with Harry Potter. And in 5th grade, she made us read Goblet of Fire. Like, that was the book of the year we had to read. And I remember doing projects. And at the end of the year, she would give awards to everybody for finishing a full chapter book and doing an essay on it. But I remember reading it and I was like, what? There are other books before this. This doesn't make sense. Why would you just throw us into Goblet of Fire? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Great.
Because that's where she left off.
She,
Yeah.
her journey.
She was like, I'm reading this. You guys need to read this with me too
Wow.
because this is crazy.
And I remember just like questioning it. I was like, this doesn't make sense because I really liked this book, but what is the story beforehand?
You're
And
like,
I
who is
remember
Voldemort and why
Yeah.
is he killing kid?
I was like, what is the lore with all these people? And I remember going to the Scholastic Book Fair and I remember asking my mom, I was like, I need these other books because I have to catch up. I don't understand.
Right.
And so I remember I got the books and I fully caught up so that I could understand Goblet of Fire. And then ever since then, I've been obsessed. So like
Yeah.
for me, it was 5th grade and I was like cleaning out my garage a while ago and I wish I brought it up here. I found the actual award that she gave everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to put this in my bathroom. My bathroom downstairs is completely Harry Potter themed. So it's full of Harry Potter. I was like, I'm going to hang this in my bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Well, when we're done, take a picture and show me your bathroom. I want to see.
Yeah.
I will. It's got like the Legos. It's got like all this
That's so
artwork.
cool.
It's intense. I love
Wow.
Harry Potter.
That's amazing.
So, what are y'all's top 2 favorite books of the series?
So my favorite 2 are Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hollows. So you haven't read Deathly Hollows, McKaylee, but okay, for me, because it's the final book, it's what you've waited for this entire time, right? Like you're leading up to this journey and this is finally it. We're going to find out what goes down with all of them finally. And I remember reading that book and just crying.
Yeah.
Like, who am I crying about these kids, about this situation? And I just remember crying because of all the people that have died. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't handle this. And then I also love Half-Blood Prince because I feel that's a book that gets skipped over a lot. Like a lot of people don't really talk about it. And I like it because it's emotions of teenagers and everyone's
Yeah.
starting to like date someone. They're jealous. And then Draco is starting to come out and fulfill his duty and like
Yeah.
prove himself. And then it's just like the start of everything, right? It's where everything gets darker. You get more information about the characters. So for me, those are my top 2 favorite books for sure.
Yeah. Mine is Deathly Hallows also for the same exact reasons as Kim. It's so good. It wraps everything up. The stakes are just so much higher because we now know what Voldemort is capable of, what his followers are doing, and we see people die. Michaela, you don't know yet, but it just hits
What
you
to say? When
so
do I need to take off
hard.
my headphones? Y'all just
It's
let me
just
know.
people. Well,
Okay.
People
in
die.
general.
It's so hard. And then my second one is Prisoner of Azkaban, just because it is just such a good vibe. And I think in Prisoner of Azkaban, it kind of peels back more layers of what's really in the Wizarding world. We learn about Azkaban and Dementors and all these really cool things there. Plus, we get to meet Sirius Black, who I love, adore him so much. It's just so good. And I also love the way that it's filmed also. I love the blue aspects of the film. It's just so good.
One of my top 2 would be Half-Blood Prince also, and maybe it's because I just finished that movie and I'm completely currently wrecked on this stinking cliffhanger. But yeah, I was bawling my eyes out when Dumbledore died, and I was so ready for him to come back. I don't know what happens in Deathly Hallows. Hopefully he does, y'all. I don't know. But at the end of the movie, if you watch the movie, this camera's on him forever. I'm like, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. It never happened. Well, and then Snape, just like, I am the Half-Blood Prince. Oh my god. What? I was like, the whole time, I was like, is Dumbledore the Half-Blood Prince? Is Draco? And then I was like, no, it wouldn't make sense if Draco was, because his parents are purebloods. But, I don't know. It just, finally, like, I never guessed it. So that was a shock to me. And then, yeah, definitely this is like horrible. I'm on the most horrendous cliffhanger ever and doing this collab right now. But I had so much to say about Half-Blood Prince, but I'll leave it at that. And then I like Chamber of Secrets. I hate that snake so much, but I really do think the movie made it a lot scarier than the book did. Maybe seeing it for me and just getting like major ick from that basilisk snake thing. I'm just like,
yeah.
Okay, but there was so much tension. And you say Prisoner of Azkaban, I don't know why I didn't really enjoy it as much as I did these other books. Haley always has something to say.
Oh my god! That's like a knife in the heart. Oh my god.
I'm shocked that you said that because Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite.
See, Tiffany knows what I'm talking about. It's so good.
Listen, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because there was no Voldemort as much as whatever. I don't know. And Wormtail gave me the ick. I just have so many issues with...
She's like, I need Voldemort or nothing.
I mean, he gives me the ick too, but I'd rather have Voldemort than Wormtail on my screen. The freaking guy has like boils on his skin. Yeah. It's just ugly to look at.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll move on before I step on any more toes. So go for it, Tiff.
Okay, well, Prisoner of Azkaban is one of mine, okay? I just love it because you see that turning point where they're like children and they're going into like their teenage years. Mm-hmm. And there's something a little whimsical about the film, I think, like especially with the time turner. And I think the music that they add to it when they're running through the Hogwarts and doing all their stuff, it like kind of adds like this... It's still like, it looks dark, but it still has that feeling of like them like in the first movie, like they're... I don't know how to explain it, but I loved that vibe to it. And it also it adds a lot of the elements, like what Haley said, of like the Dementors and what Azkaban is. And it gives you more of like the lore, so that way you're more prepared for the later books and movies. And then I love the Half-Blood Prince because it feels like the calm before the storm, because there's so much that happens. You get to see more of Ginny and Harry, and you get to see more of like Draco and what he's doing, and then the whole thing with Hermione and Ron and that development. But like behind the scenes after that point is like just chaos. There's so much that happens after that, and it's like no turning back. So that's like my calm before the storm version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my two. I like those a lot. Can't believe you didn't like Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh my gosh, right? We need to all like jump on McKaylee.
I know.
I need to never gonna let that box.
Every episode from here on out, she'll have something to say. And don't even get me started on Quicksilver. That book, you guys, like Haley and me and Quicksilver. God,
I DNF'd it.
What I'm saying.
I didn't like it.
What I'm saying. They both get what I'm saying.
Why am I here with you guys?
Yes.
I'm leaving. You guys can finish the podcast.
You said, wow, I'm going to go watch Harry Potter now.
Right, I'm going to go finish the Deathly Hallows by myself. Oh my God.
I wasn't a fan. I don't know.
Well,
I just didn't
That's a
like
whole nother
him.
conversation.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get to our hot takes, okay? I'm just like, I'm so ready.
I'm really
let's
interested to
start
know
the
what
hot takes.
everyone's hot take is.
Yes,
know,
yes.
same.
Kim, what's your hot take?
I don't like Dumbledore. I low-key think Dumbledore was manipulative, like, as fuck. And I don't think he had Harry's best interest at heart. He kept his secrets. He lied. He used Harry as a weapon against Voldemort. Like, he is like the OG gatekeeper of trauma. Like, I do
Yeah.
not like Dumbledore.
Yeah.
That is a very hot take, and I feel like the silence
No, I
is
think
very
I
loud.
agree with
No,
you too.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't agree.
My God.
Because he just died for you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
still. She's like, I can't believe you're shitting on a dead man
He
right
was
now.
so
Just
sweet.
that, Michaela, you will learn more about
Mhm.
Dumbledore in
Oh,
Deathly
'cause she
Hallows. You will
hasn't-
learn
you're right.
so much about him.
She has no idea.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Kim because, yeah,
I will
it's
tell you,
crazy.
his death was very sad. Like, even to
Yes.
this day when I watch it, even if the fact that I feel how I feel about him, that scene will always make me cry. Like, it
Yeah.
is the most saddest scene ever. But Dumbledore,
Yeah.
you're shady as fuck.
My God.
Yeah.
We have words for you.
Yeah.
I
You
can't wait
learn
to watch
so
this
much
movie.
about him. Yeah.
Or
In
read
the
the book.
in the next book you learn about like his family and his siblings and how they were raised, and it's just so crazy. And I can't say
You'll
anything else
learn.
without spoiling, but you'll learn
Yeah.
and then you'll be like, I understand what y'all meant.
Wow.
Maybe you will. Hopefully
Maybe.
you will.
She just watches it and reads it all, and she's like, I love Dumbledore still. I don't know what you
love
guys
him.
Time will tell. I will get
Yeah,
back to you.
So, yeah, Michaela, I'm curious. Like, what's your hot take?
Well, I've said it plenty of times to Haley, but Ron is the most annoying kid on the planet. And I would always give him the excuse, oh my God, it's because he's a kid, I guess. Well, no, I'm tired of it. I'm not giving him that excuse anymore. He is just a horrible human. He just is all over this lavender chick in this last book. And Hermione is suffering. She's been suffering this whole time. Dude is so ignorant. Ugh, I just want to strangle him. And the whole fact at the little Yule Ball thing, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ron made me so mad. Hermione, you can do so much better, girl. Go get that bag. Go somewhere else. Like, not him. He's like got pennies to his name. Girl, go.
No.
Victor Crumb.
It's so
Yes.
funny because like you see Victor one more time and you like and it's just so good, Michaela. I just want you to read
Oh my
the books.
God. Well,
No.
if I were in Hogwarts, I would be Ron's bully. And I would volunteer to bully him. I might just be a Slytherin just because Ron is in Gryffindor. Like, actually despise looking at him on screen. Okay.
I am so stressed out. Oh my God.
Take.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
I think I
That's
just
wild.
I didn't like him even before Haley was trying to get me into Harry Potter, and I was like, I don't like Ron or something. I don't remember what it was. I
It's
just
crazy.
the vibes are not vibing. But
Aw.
anyways,
Poor Ron.
I mean, Ron's not my favorite, but I wouldn't
you've got
bully
Kim
him.
crying over here. Oh
I
my
don't
God.
like him.
Man.
I don't like him. He's a pick me boy.
Oh, you're definitely not
You're
gonna like him in Deathly Hollows, and now when
No.
I think about it, you're not gonna.
Yeah,
No.
you're not gonna like him in Deathly Hallows.
He
It doesn't
might-
get better.
I might-
Let's just
yeah.
say that.
Okay.
Maybe at the end, but throughout the whole book you will
No.
not like.
Yeah, facts. You will not like him.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Tiffany, what's your hot take?
Honestly, for some reason, was having a hard time trying to think of one other than like the obvious of Draco being misunderstood. And like it brought me to a conversation I had with my friend, and she was like, Draco was born to be bad. And I said, no, he's misunderstood. Like, he wants to be friends with the Golden Trio.
Yeah.
Like, I know he wants to be their best friend. Like, he probably wants to replace Ron, be the third one so he can love Hermione. Like, it just makes sense. And, like,
In a
I don't know. I
perfect
feel like
world.
that's the biggest. People hate on Hermione, but I feel like that's the biggest hot take ever because they're meant to be.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says.
Kaylee and I were talking last week about the Slytherin house and if people who are in the Slytherin house, if that automatically makes them bad. And so I was trying to say, I think that people have a preconceived notion about these kids that if you're in this house, you're bad. And I think
Mhm.
that this puts something into these kids' minds that, like, if people think that I'm bad, then I guess I have to be that because
Yeah.
I'm in this house. And I think that's kind of what's happening with Draco. Even if in, like, The Half-Blood Prince, he's like, "This is my family and this is what I was raised into. I think
Mhm.
that this is what I have to do."
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, you have the hat literally telling you what your traits are, and, like,
Mhm.
this is the house you're going on because this is the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if the hat is telling me that I am this, this, and that, and then I get put into, Slytherin, then I'm gonna be like, "Well, then I better be the biggest, baddest, this and
Yeah.
that villain because that's what they put me in."
Well, I'll finish this out with hot takes. I don't even know if this is a hot take, but I think that Bellatrix is scarier than Voldemort. And I think that because if you meet Voldemort, automatically Avada Kedavra, you're dead.
Mhm.
But if you meet Bellatrix, she's gonna use the Cruciatus curse, bleh, the curse on you to where you're gonna die, sure, but you are going to die so painfully. And there's
Yeah.
a quote that Dumbledore says. He says that Bellatrix plays with her food, and I think that that describes her really well, that she
Yes.
will cause you so much pain. So
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god, she
think
hasn't
Bellatrix
is
is so
scary.
scary.
McKaylee
She's
hasn't watched the
scary.
movie, and there's
I know.
we know the scene.
There's a particular
With
scene,
Bellatrix.
yeah, that comes into my heart.
Scene from her is her kill Sirius. So
Yeah.
that was
Killed Sirius Black.
Black.
That's all I imagine.
Yeah.
She's just
Yeah.
running through. She's
Huh.
crazy. I kind of love her though.
Psycho.
That's the hot you actually love Bellatrix.
I actually love Bellatrix. It's my hot take. I'm
She's
a
like, I
fan.
want more
She's
Bellatrix.
crazy, and I would never. But like, I'm a fan. Like, I'm
my
like,
God.
you do you, girl.
You are so
You're-
Slytherin.
Don't hurt me, but you do you.
You're so
Don't
Slytherin.
I know. So bad.
What were y'all's overall thoughts about the adaptations? What worked for you? What didn't?
I think the movies just can never gather as many details that the books provide. And that's not just Harry Potter. That's all movies everywhere.
Right.
But I will say, after watching Order of the Phoenix, I think it made me like the overall story more, because after I finished that book, I did not really enjoy it. It might have been my least favorite book to read, maybe because it was so political and all this
Yeah.
magic ministry stuff happening. But I think that says something about the movie adaptation. I don't know if it was just the visuals or what, but seeing it on screen did that for me. And then I think also maybe another hot take, but I just loved Professor Umbridge's style. Like, obviously not her personality and her goals, but everything else. Like, I loved her pink outfit and her office and the kitties on the
You know what?
plates
Yeah, I'll
everywhere.
give you that. Her office was. I
Like,
would sit there for a bit.
I would like that. And yeah, and I liked her little cough thing. I think she really nailed that, actually. Like the little
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what that was, but I was like imagining something else reading the books, but the way she did that, I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I've heard Deathly Hallows movies are different than the books, according to one of my friends
Yeah,
who I
they
talked to like 2 days ago. She was like, oh, they're really different. So I don't know how true that is, but I guess I'm excited to see for myself. But
Yeah.
what about you guys?
I think the only thing that didn't hit was just that, like, there's so much lore behind the characters, especially a lot of like the side characters. And I think Lupin and Tonks is the only one that I can truly think of. There's obviously others, but Lupin and Tonks was like the only one that I hate that they didn't emphasize on. Because in the books, their story is just so like sad and beautiful at the same
Yeah.
time, and I just love
Yes.
everything about it. And and like in the movies, they just kind of sidelined it, and like
Yeah.
it's very unnoticeable if you don't catch it, because you'll just see them in the background holding hands, or like they're about to say something and they're getting cut off. But like, I just wish that they had their moment, because it's
Yeah.
just so.
I agree.
I don't know. Just the lore. They just needed more lore, I think.
I think that the movies obviously totally nailed the magic in a lot of ways. I think the casting was really good. I think that the way that the Hogwarts castle actually looked was really good. I also loved the music and everything like that. But like Tiffany, some things kind of got sidelined, like she said, with like Lupin and Tonks, and especially Ginny. Ginny in the movies, she just feels so silly and like a ditzy girl. But in the book, she's like a badass Quidditch player, and she will beat you up if you talk smack about somebody. She is so cool. And they just cut out so much backstory. Like they cut out like Voldemort's entire backstory, how he became who he is. They also cut out a lot of backstory with like Harry's parents, with the Mordors and everything like that. And it just kind of felt rushed in those ways. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll talk more about what's coming next, but hopefully they
Yeah.
give some better stuff.
I agree. No, I agree with everything you guys all said. I mean, I will always love the movie. I will never dislike them. I will never talk bad about them. Like, I will die on the hill loving that movie, entire series.
Mhm.
Yes, I do wish they included more character storylines, the lores, character arcs, everything. And like you said, Haley will talk about that later on because I'm hoping the show does it justice.
Right.
But I was thinking about it, and it's funny, like when the movies first came out, I remember going to like the midnight premieres and like watching the films and just enjoying the films for what they were.
Mhm.
And I never really compared with the books, right? I just like watched it for what it was. And then now as I'm older and as we read more books and we're like analyzing books now more than ever, I can't help but compare when I watch the movies now because I've seen
Right.
them so many times that I'm like, okay, I feel like now I can compare and like say what I liked and what I didn't like, what I wished was in it and stuff like that. But overall, I think the movie, it truly brings like the magic to life. I love the locations, like the setting is beautiful, the CGI looks good. Like even to this day, I love the CGI and everything. The detail, like to the attire, the food, just like everything is so well done. And I will
Mhm.
have it playing 24/7. So I love the adaptations. They're like
Yeah.
my all-time favorite movies. Always.
Well, what's your best adapted film?
Okay, so Tiff and I were talking about it earlier. So I love Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And I can, like, I will always start with that one, even if, like, I don't binge the entire series throughout a day. Like, that will always be the first one I'll put on. And I always just, like, play that one first.
Mm.
But then I also love Prisoner of Azkaban.
Mhm.
I love that movie because I feel like that's the point where it starts changing. So, like, I love The Prisoner of Azkaban because the first two are directed by Chris Columbus, right? And they have, like, an innocence to them, and they feel very, like, because they're just children. There's just, like, this innocence to them, like, nothing really bad is gonna happen, and it's just, like, a nice these are nice, comfortable films, and then you get
Mhm.
to Prisoner of Azkaban, and it was, like, directed by a whole whole 'nother person, and you can just tell it's, like, more artistic and character
Mhm.
driven, and it's just very different from the first 2, and I think watching it, you're just kinda like, "Okay, now we're in a shift of, like, they're growing up and things are changing," and I love that. Prisoner of Azkaban, but I also love Sorcerer's Stone. I love them
Yeah.
all, but those are my 2 favorite.
My favorite is Prisoner of Azkaban. So if I'm gonna start the Harry Potter series, like watching it, I'm skipping the first two automatically. I'm starting with Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't know why. I just don't like the Dumbledore there. And it like does something to my brain seeing a totally different one in the rest of the series. So I just skip the first two. When I
Yeah.
binge the series, I start with the third one. Like Kim said, the way that it's filmed, it's got that blue tint. It just feels way more artistic, the filming. It's just so good. I also love how the time turner sequence
Mhm.
was done. It was done so well. I feel like this was the first movie that captured the book so well. And I just loved it so much. I know Michaela didn't love it, but I love it so much. It'll always have a place in my
Oh
heart.
my
There was,
god.
like, a sense of, like, comedy in it too, right?
Yeah.
Like, there was a
Right.
lot of funny
Like with the
one-liners.
introduction of Professor Trelawney, that was
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a good one. It's a lot of comedy. I like it. I liked that one too.
Yeah. What about you, Michaela?
Well, I okay, guys, let me clear it up. It's not that I hated Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay.
Okay.
uh
What?
I would have to say though that Order of the Phoenix, like I had mentioned earlier, I don't know why I like it better now after I watched the movie, but I did, and I don't
Mhm.
know if that's because it was best adapted film because it was purely adapted from the book or if it was just adapted from the book in a way that made it better to watch
Mhm.
rather
Yeah.
than reading it, at least for me. So that's what I'm going with. But my favorite movie overall as of right now is very clearly Half-Blood Prince because I need more. I'm like, where is it? Yeah, I am like at a loss for words
Yeah.
after
Order
watching
of the
that movie.
Phoenix is so good because at
Yes.
the end you have Dumbledore and Voldemort finally have their little
Yeah.
head-to-head
Yeah.
fighting, and the Ministry finally sees them, and Fudge's like, "He's back! Voldemort's
Yeah.
back!" Like,
That's
Harry
all he
hasn't been
said.
telling you for the
Yeah.
past couple of movies.
Yeah.
I remember specifically watching that in theaters. And when he says that, I remember the audience just saying like laughing, or they were just like, duh, that's what he's been saying the entire time. Like the
Exactly.
audience
Oh
was
my God.
very vocal about that scene.
Rightfully so.
Man, I wish
We've
I
been
was
telling
there
him.
when the movies came out in theaters. I wish I had been there. Oh, wow. But that's all I had to say.
I'd say the first one, the Sorcerer's Stone, only because like in my opinion, I think it's the best like when it comes to introducing just the world alone and like Hogwarts, because I feel like it's hard like making a fantasy. It's like when it's a book, because you have to like put all these elements to make it look real so it doesn't look like too CGI and too fake and weird. But I think they did it perfectly, and they did it in the eyes of like a child. So whenever I watch the first movie, I feel like a kid again, in a sense of like, oh, this is like so fun and magical, and there's like moving staircases, and this hat's talking to me and telling me where I should
Right.
sit, and like it's a whole thing. But like when I start, if I were to binge the series, I don't start with one. I just know it's like the truest in my head of like the world. I usually start with either Prisoner of Azkaban, or
Yes.
I start with like Order of Phoenix. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Those are the ones that I usually go for. I always skip the second one. I don't know why.
It's so
That's my
long.
least
Chamber
watched
of
one. Yeah.
Same. Chamber of Secrets is my least, I guess, favorite. I mean, I still love it, and it's my least watched because it is so long.
It's
There's
so
so much in
long.
that movie.
There's
That's
too much going
crazy.
on.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the professor. What's his name? The
Lockhart.
one that loves himself.
You
I can't.
leave him be.
He's annoying. I can't with him. Every time he's on screen, I'm like, Harry, just punch him or something. And then they eventually do, and I'm like, great.
I'm like the opposite. I will always start at number one. So like if today I put it on, I will start at number one. And if like I don't go any further, 4 days later, you would think I would start at number two. I'd be like, no, let me restart at number one. Like there's something about it that just makes me so happy. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. Like I love the first one, and I will watch that one over and over again. And even to this day, like my son, I watch it so much that he loves it and he quotes it on a
Aw.
regular. And I'm just like, that's it. Like you are
You're
Gryffindor.
like,
He's
"That's my
Gryffindor. He
son."
took the test. He's 11. He's like, I'm Gryffindor. I was like, I know.
You're like, rightfully so.
You're good.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. If there's like a new season for an episode, series, or whatever TV show, my
Mhm.
husband gets so mad. He's like, we're not starting at season 1. Season 5 is coming out. I'm like, okay, but if we start now, then we can finish by the premiere of season
Yeah.
5. I don't know why I'm like that, but that's how I operate. So,
I'm the same way.
but yes.
Continuing with the movie talk, what are some iconic book scenes that didn't make the cut for y'all?
Haley, you actually have a lot to say.
I know. I
I had more.
bullet points.
I had more, and then I deleted some.
Oh, did you?
And I was like, well, I should probably not say all this. But I'll go first. I'll kick myself
Go
off.
for it.
Go.
Go for it.
One of the things that gets me so upset whenever I start the Harry Potter series watching with the first movie is that the ghosts get little to no screen time, and it makes me so upset. Because in the books, they are really good side characters. One of them's even a professor. The professor of history, I can't remember his name,
Mhm.
but he's a professor there. They have like this Halloween death day party, which is so much fun. Harry's in there, and like nearly headless Nick is in there. He's throwing this huge party. It's so cool. Another one, because I couldn't just stay with one. So after the fourth movie, Goblet of Fire, Harry wins the Triwizard Tournament, and with that he gets X amount of money. He ends up giving his entire prize money to Fred and George so they can finally open up their joke shop. Like, that is such a sweet moment between the two, and
The
I wish
sweetest
they would have
thing.
shown that in the movies, because then it just goes to show, like, George and Fred have this joke shop. How'd they get it? Their family's poor, but they just have it. No one knows how. And then finally, and then I promise I'm done and someone else can talk. Voldemort's backstory in the movies barely scratches the surface. In the books, we have so much more about his family. He has this really horrible, twisted childhood, being raised in an orphanage, and how his past has shaped who he became. McKaylee doesn't know about this, but I'll just skip all that.
Okay.
That's okay.
I was not reading
But
the
yeah.
notes. I was
She's
Don't
like,
read
she's like, I'm not
don't
reading
read
anyone's
my
notes.
notes. There's just so much depth and layer to Voldemort's character, and it's just, I just wish the movies gave him more. I just want to know more about him, and the books do a really good job at doing that for me.
I don't know. I could have sworn this was a fever dream, and I had to ask Kim, and she didn't know, so I had to fact check myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that I'm remembering this right, or because I've read a lot of fan fiction, so I don't know if this might not be real or not.
Like it's all
But
blended together.
I think it really is. So I think in the Order of Phoenix, Hermione creates this thing called the Spew, where she pretty much fights for the rights of the house elves and just all house elves, but pretty much the ones in the castle in Hogwarts. And like she would knit clothing and leave it around the Gryffindor common room in hopes that these little elves would find them and be like, I'm free. I'm a free elf. And like I really wish that they had put that in there, like just even like a small thing. Like she could be at the table knitting something and like Ron could be like, what are you doing? And he'd be like, she's like, I'm gonna leave this underneath my pillow or something. You know what I mean? Like just a simple conversation.
And in the movies, they don't even show that there are house elves, but it's like, who do you think makes all the food? Who do you think is getting up?
Who do you think is
There's
doing all this stuff?
There's like 100
They're
house elves
working.
in
Many of them.
Hogwarts. They are working. They're doing their due diligence. I feel like if I was at Hogwarts, I'd be like Hermione creating spew, trying to get these
Like,
house elves to.
Justice
she
for the
literally-
house elf.
Yeah, justice seriously for these house elves because they're working hard, okay? And I don't know, I feel like this just adds so much depth to her character because she's not just the brains of the operation, but she's also very selfless in a way that's like, I'm gonna care for people who can't fend for themselves, and these house elves need me. And she's like, so I'm gonna leave these socks all over the Gryffindor common room. I don't care what anyone says.
And then it turns out Dobby's been getting
Picking
all of
them
them.
up.
Yeah, getting just
He
picking
has
up
like
all
a
the
million. He has like so many hats and so many socks.
Yeah,
my
the
God,
house elves
Dobby.
don't get it. It's not clicking.
No,
it's
I
like, we
know.
live to serve. And
Yeah.
they're like, don't help us. What are you doing? You're crazy, woman. So,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
did not make the movie. It did
No,
not make
terrible.
it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they included it. Maybe they did. Maybe I forgot. But Harry, everyone else getting prefect or whatever, except him, was that in the movies?
It's not in the movies.
It was only in the books. Okay, because he was upset about it. And
Yeah, he
I
was so
remember
upset.
I briefly had this conversation with Haley in one of our other episodes we recorded, but I was like, they're so selfish, like Harry's being so selfish, or I don't know, because like they're being kids. He's jealous that his friends got prefect and he's not happy for them because he didn't get it, but Ron, Hermione, and Draco got it. And I remember them being on the train in the books, and Draco is like threatening his hall monitor privileges and he's like, well, I can send you to detention and all this stuff, and Ron and Hermione are standing up to him because they're all on the same level playing field now. But Harry obviously isn't. But I was sad that they left that out.
Yeah. In the books, Harry's like, obviously Hermione's gonna get it. But then when he finds out that Ron, his best friend, gets it, Harry loses his shit. He is pissed.
No way.
He's like, rightfully so. Ron did not deserve.
Rightfully.
Nope. Give it to anybody else but Ron.
Anyone but Ron.
Yeah. Anyways.
So I put two. So like in Lupin and Tonks relationship, I know we've talked about it briefly, Tiff, but like that's a relationship that, oh my God,
It's so
want it.
beautiful.
It's so sad. It's so beautiful. Kaylee doesn't know, but it just is what it is. If you know, you know. Like we need it more of it.
Yeah.
But then also, and it kind of goes back with the house elves, but like Miss Winky, like and her connection with Barty Crouch Jr. I was like, we need like the girl house elf. Like, why isn't she not in the movies? Like, I want more of that. And because there's like more with like Barty Crouch Jr., like that storyline, and
like with his mom coming.
Yes. But I get why the movie didn't add it, because it could be confusing. It's just probably like, why are we adding this other? I feel like they were like, we have to pick one house elf and it's going to be Dobby, so we'll just let it be Dobby. But it's just, if you didn't read the books and you watch the movies, it would just be like, no, these are really great. But when you read the books, it's like, no, there's so much more that's being missed. There's so many characters, so many stories that is just being missed. And it makes me so upset. Now, it makes me so upset now rewatching them and like knowing that there's so much more opportunity that they could have done.
And like with Winky, she goes to Hogwarts. Dumbledore employs her, and she is like a drunk. She gets drunk so often. I know.
She's like alcoholic.
Yes, and
She's
rightfully
so
so.
depressed all the time.
This poor elf has just puts her heart and soul into loving who her masters were and then finding out what they did to her
Mhm.
and things like that. It's just so sad. She's just drunk in like the basement of the castle all the time. And Dobby comes to I think Harry like Miss Winky's a little drunk.
Yeah. The movies
Poor
are like, we
Winky.
can't have that. We can't
You can't
Yeah.
have
have a drunk house
We
elf.
can't have drunk. Even though I think we can all agree Hermione was drunk off that butterbeer in that.
Yeah.
When they were coming back from the three broomsticks, she's like slunked all over
Oh
them.
my gosh.
I'm like, Hermione, get it together, please. Something crazy is about to happen. Lock it in.
Wait, my favorite line is when Ron is like whispering to Harry. He's like, "Did you hear what she said about us snogging?" He's like, "As if." Like, what?
I did catch that tiny conversation. That's so funny.
So, the impact of Harry Potter on your personal life and fandom culture. I feel like this is every conversation me and Haley ever have is about Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter.
How has it affected each of you guys?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of controversy with the author, right? And people are like, how even like now they're just like, how can you like Harry Potter with everything? And I'm like, look, it's not just Harry Potter. It's like
Everything.
it's Hogwarts. It's the characters, it's the food, it's the shop, it's the magic. Like to this day, I am 35 years old, and when I go to Universal Studios and I walk inside that park, I tear up, I get emotional, like I'm happy, I run and grab my butterbeer. Like I feel like I'm at home when I go there. And it's like that's what Harry Potter is to me. It's like it's home, it's comfort, it's family. Like the fact that my son can go and enjoy it. And like we went to Universal just recently in California, and they have like a little ride where it's like Ollivander's wand, and you go in and it's like a room of 20 people, and he does a little show and he picks somebody to like go up and like get chosen, for the wand. And I remember we've gone, I don't even know how many times. I never get chosen. I always want to get chosen. I never get chosen. And just recently my son got chosen, and I was like crying because he does the whole thing where he like does the spells and little things starts happening. And when Ollivander gives my son the wand, the light, it's just like the movie, like the light comes on, the music. I'm just like getting emotional. I'm like, this is so,
She's like
this is
losing
why
it
I
in the
love,
corner.
yeah, this is why I love Harry Potter, like the series and the movies, and it just means there's more to it than just what the controversy of it all. So, okay, that's it, because like I just love it. I'm obsessed.
She's like, I'm gonna start crying, and I won't do that right now.
Yes.
I agree with everything that Kim said. To me, I don't see Harry Potter as just a book or a movie series. I've been reading it since I was probably like 8 or 9 years old, and it's just something that will stick with me for the rest of my life, and it's just kind of part of my identity and who I am as a person. And it's really my source of joy, my source of inspiration. I love the series so much, and I'm just so grateful to have it. It's just so magical. I love it so much. I could sit here for hours and just gush over it. It's so
I
good.
know.
Yeah, as a newbie to the fandom, I am upset that it wasn't a bigger part of my childhood. But as a kid, I do think I would have eaten this up. I was all about fantasy everything, so I'm shocked that like I was never into Harry Potter. But I always tell Haley I think it was because there was no romance. Like, I don't know why I'm a sucker for romance, but I mean, we didn't see, well, I haven't seen romance until recently, and now they're like, it's so weird. In like Half-Blood Prince, I'm like, they're so awkward. Like, okay, now the directors are like, let's make the romantic tension obvious. You stand here and stare at her for a little extra longer, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's all happening, but I definitely think if I had watched and actually paid attention to these movies, I would have devoured them. Unfortunately, I didn't, so here we are. But yeah, now catch me with a Harry Potter ringtone because I'm gonna go find one and put it on. I'm gonna force it to be my personality after this, and then
Seriously,
I'll be part of the crowd.
whenever I just hear it, like, the iconic sound, it could be anybody's on their phone, whatever. I will stop what I'm doing and I'm just like, what is it? Is it Harry Potter? What are you
You're like,
watching?
who?
Facts?
That is funny.
Behind the scenes, a movie? Like, what is it?
Let me see real quick.
Yeah,
Show
like, let
me.
me see what are you watching? And they're like, it has nothing to do with Harry Potter.
No.
What about you, Tiff?
Yeah, I mean, Harry Potter is one of those comfort movies. I can't, like, Kim forced me to watch it with her all the time. It's like a forced upon lifestyle that, like, I'm okay with now. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I'll have a rotation, as I feel many other people do. Depending on what year, I'll put on certain movies to binge or shows to binge. Once it hits, like, October, I start watching the Harry Potter movies.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm just all about Harry Potter. And then I move on to the next, and then it's just always going to be in that rotation, that like seasonal rotation, and like it'll never leave. It's always a part of me, and like
Right.
obviously being Kim's sister, it'll always be around, but I'm not mad about it either. It's not my favorite of all time when it comes to like franchises and like, you know, fantasy worlds, but this is one that I do feel comfort in, and like sometimes I'll even feel the need to just watch the movies or read the books, and it'll just kind of ease something in me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
It
just one of those
scratches an
things.
itch for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
All right. Well, what are our thoughts about the HBO reboot? Who
I
wants to
can
break
go.
the ice?
I thought it was weird. I think it's weird that they're doing it so soon.
Yes.
Because I was like, didn't the movies just come out? But then now they think about it, like it also kind of didn't at the same time. But they're still they're still people are still watching it as if it's brand new. Like, hello,
Right.
Haley, you're just still watching it. But like, you know, it's just kind of soon. But also, I'm kind of excited because there's so much possibility for what we wanted from the movies, which is like the lore and the character arcs, and like I want to know more. Like, I mean, obviously I know, but people want to know about Voldemort and his backstory, like why he is the way he is, and Dumbledore, and like how he became who he is, and maybe we'll get to see more Tonks and Lupin, which I kind of hope so, because
hopefully.
they have a huge part to play too, and it's just the
Yes.
whole thing. So I'm hopeful for that, and I don't know, I hope they don't let us down.
Yeah.
I'll be really upset if they
Yeah,
do,
no.
but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I agree with Tiff. The originals are not that old. I remember going to, and I'm not that old. I remember going to the movies with my dad at a midnight release, and we watched Deathly Hallows Part 2. I don't even remember when it came out, but I don't think I was old. I think I was maybe like 13, maybe. But they're not that old, so I'm kind of confused why they're rebooting it so soon. It just feels a little early to me. I just hope that they're not rushing it, and I hope that the reboot honors the original movies, but also while bringing in something new that we haven't seen before, like in the books. But I will continue to hold on to my love for the OG movies. If I ever have kids, those are the ones they're gonna watch. So the OGs are just so good.
Yeah, I mean, I questioned it when it was first announced, and now looking at casting and like the stills, like the pictures that people are posting from filming,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like I'm getting
The
a
way
little
they're
more...
dressed, like the 90s vibes.
Yes,
So
and
good.
I'm just like, okay, I'm getting a little more excited. Like I'm more intrigued. These movies will always be my favorite, though. These are the Harry Potter characters like that I grew up with, and even my kids know them. Like, this is Harry, this is Ron, this is Hermione, this, you know, this is them. It's gonna be very interesting, but I'm open, I'm hopeful. I'll still watch it. Like,
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
wanna watch
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
But the movies will, I think, always be like my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for the HBO reboot, but I do think I think books are a fad right now. I think book talk has really made books a big deal, and especially our fantasy girlies, like that is what's popping right now, and any fantasy girl has probably been around, read, or watched Harry Potter and is like, oh wait, what? So I think HBO has picked this show up and are running with it. I don't know if it's because they think it's an easy cash grab, but I'm fine with getting more Harry Potter. If it's bad, we just pretend it never happened. So
we just keep watching the movie. It's
right?
fine.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if y'all watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and have watched that live action that we pretend that did not happen. Okay,
Never a movie.
It was never a movie.
Made.
And so if this
And
is a
that's
flop,
it.
it's the same thing. It just never happened. No, the fandom does not talk about it. If you go
Yeah,
on Reddit, Discord, whatever, if someone brings up that movie on Avatar, Discord, whatever, it didn't happen. If everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
They're like, there was no movie made.
We'll
What
just
are
do
you
the same
saying?
thing for Harry Potter. That's all I have to say about it.
I think I will die if it's not good. I will not be able to, like, I don't know. It'll just be so upsetting to me if it is horrible and if it's cringy, I will probably cry and
Yeah.
just it'll be so sad to me because this like the series means so much to me and I just hopefully that HBO does it in just such a good way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
I
see.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I hope they really do. I hope they do it justice. I hope
Mhm.
it still gives that feeling of like the films, but then
Yeah.
also what we ask for as fans is like the missing pieces that the films were
Mhm.
missing, right? Like give us more character arcs.
Yeah.
But make it like don't just it's tricky. Like make it flow very nicely. Don't just like throw in a whole episode and you're
Yeah.
like, what was the point of this episode? Like
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
long. Like
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
gonna
like
be
I
long.
think it's like 6 or 7 episodes maybe, and I think each episode is an hour long. So, we're gonna get 7-hour-long episodes of book 1, and there's so much ground to cover with that huge
Yeah.
span, so I'm like,
Yeah.
hopefully, getting this much episodes, we will have more backstory and everything that we're wanting.
We'll see. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking, but
Yeah.
exciting.
So, what is one moment from the books or movie that will always stick with you guys?
I just have to say, sorry, I am reading ahead in these notes, okay? Our show notes.
I'm so scared.
No.
Like right now, I have to like re-look at my notes
Oh,
and make
no,
sure I
wait.
don't ruin anything.
Wait.
No,
Oh
no.
no, wait.
It's not that I'm even wait, I'm not wait guys.
She sees
Wait. No, don't do anything. Don't change your stuff. I'm not looking at anyone's notes. I'm looking at mine, and my first sentence is how much Dumbledore cared for Harry, all caps, after we just had Kim just trash Dumbledore earlier. My
Your
moment,
favorite part?
my moment that will always stick with me. But yeah, anyways, let's pretend that's where the movies ended, okay? Apparently. Then, OMG, the potion scene with Dumbledore and Harry was so sad. Like, Dumbledore
Yeah,
was sitting
that
there
is really
suffering.
sad.
Oh my god.
And Harry just had to keep
Yes.
bringing it to him. And he was like begging for him to stop. But even before that, he was like, you have to keep doing that. So heartbreaking. And then Snape being the one to kill Dumbledore. Oh my god. I know you guys know more than I do. So, yes, I have to finish the series. But we're close.
Oh my god.
Yes.
For me, I put my favorite into this day. Like there's so many great scenes, but for me, it's when Harry is convinced that his dad is going to show up and save
Oh,
him.
yeah.
And Sirius, and then Hermione's like, no one's coming, and he was like, gets up and he does his expecto patronum. Like I get goosebumps every time I see that scene. I love it so much, and it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me like so happy.
Yeah.
Like finally. And then I'm just gonna leave it as is. It's gonna be the always scene, and Michaela, you'll know when you know, and we'll leave it at that.
I'll look back at this episode and go, yeah.
I'm totally gonna listen to your guys' when you fully talk about it because I
I'm
gotta
gonna be
know,
like screaming.
I have to know what you think.
Gosh.
Well, I don't think I can read mine. Michaela, don't read my notes.
Okay, well, I have no problem taking off my headphones. Y'all can just like.
Well, you're gonna have to edit this.
Well, I mean, I'll at least
Or
watch the movies. Okay.
I'm like, Haley, you have to share it when you guys do your episodes, like when you talk about it, because I
know.
just,
Yes.
it's so good.
Another really good moment is, or not good moment, kind of scary moment, when Cedric and Harry are in the maze and they both see the cup and they're running and running and one wants to get it. Cedric ends up tripping in the movie and Harry's like, I can't get this. Like, I don't want it. You take it. And so they kind of like, let's grab it together. And they grab it together. It just gives me goosebumps because I know what's going to happen next.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I wish that Cedric would have just told Harry, you take it. But I don't think Harry would have ever. I think that Harry is not that selfish to do it himself. He wants to share in everything. And that's just such a good moment in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's a good one.
But my first one was better.
Sorry,
We'll talk
guys.
about it. We'll get there.
Tiff, what's yours? Or you just want to say the
Mine
one
is
thing?
the always moment. You'll know
Okay.
when you see it. But
Okay.
I mean, other than that, I
Yeah.
really enjoy the scene, and it's like so stupid and silly. But I enjoy the scene in The Half-Blood Prince when Harry takes the potion and he's like, "I gotta go see Hagrid. I have a really good feeling
Yeah.
about Hagrid." And then
Yeah.
he goes and runs
So
into the
funny.
professor, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, I'm gonna go take a walk. And he's like, well, you can't go by yourself. And he's like, well, by all means, sir, come along.
Yeah.
And like he's just so funny. And like
Aw.
I just love that scene. So
Yeah,
that's all I
that's
could
so
think of
good.
other than what I originally had, and I can't say much on it.
That's fun. I also like when he gave Ron the luck potion, but
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that was like Ron's best moment in the entire series.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's all it was.
That's-
And nothing else.
I feel like Ron redeems himself in Deathly Hallows towards the end. You will hate him, McKaylee, for the whole movie.
okay.
Yeah.
Until the
For sure
very
you will.
last couple of chapters, and you're like, oh, he's really good. Hopefully, I will hope. I don't know. I'm just so
Hoping
sad
for
you don't like
redemption
him.
for Ron.
We'll see if my mind changes. Stay tuned.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it will
I
either.
don't think it will.
She said she wants to bully him. I don't think it will, okay?
I'd be a great bully.
She's gonna.
She's like, I wish I was in Slytherin so I could bully him.
Otherwise, I'm a Hufflepuff. But if Ron's there, I'm a Slytherin.
Oh my gosh.
All
Okay, guys. The final verdict: book or movie? Which one holds the most magic for you? McKaylee, what do you think?
Yeah, this is hard because, I mean, I've watched most, if not all, the movies after reading the books. I mean, aside from book 6, which I'm halfway through. But I just went ahead and watched the whole movie. But I want to say I enjoyed the movies more. However, if I had not read the books, I probably would have gotten pretty lost or more easily lost, I guess, when watching the movies, because you have to pay attention. You cannot be on your phone watching the movies, because you miss one thing and you're going to be like, wait, how did we get here?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's always been my issue in the past whenever I did try getting into the Harry Potter movies, because I'd never been into reading the books. It was always like, okay, I'll try watching the movies. And then I'd always be like, huh, okay, well, let me just do something else because I forget what's happening. But, I mean, the movies move so fast, but because of all of that, I have to say that the books hold the most magic, and then the movies help bring it to life.
Yeah.
Overall, I think the books, just because you know what's
Yeah.
happening because of the
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
So, but what about you guys?
I agree. I think the book definitely holds more magic. There's more detail, more lore, description. I think the books are where it's at most of the time, right? I mean, that's where it starts from. However, the movies will always hold like a place in my heart. I will always love them. It will always be. I will probably end up watching the movies tonight, actually. I think about it. But definitely the books. I mean, I will buy every kind of copy version, even if I already have them, which I do.
Yeah,
I
same.
have so many
I
versions
have
of
so
it.
many
I don't
different
care.
up here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't care. I will keep buying them. But yeah, for sure, it's the books for me.
Yeah. I agree with Michaela and Kim. Same thing. Books hold more magic for me. I reread them once a year. I start in September, so I'll probably start next month. And I always get chills every time I read them. They're so good. I get emotional. And the same parts that I got emotional at the very first time reading the series, even though I know it's coming, they're just so good. The books are so good. The books also just give you a lot more, which we've talked about this whole episode. We get a lot more depth. We get to learn more about characters' past. We get all the inner monologues and everything like that. Just all the small details that the movies had to skip out on.
Yeah.
But Tiffany, I'm reading your notes. You
I
have a
know,
different
Tiff,
you have a
what's
different
up?
opinion.
Finally, someone with a different
Listen,
opinion
I
than
have
everyone
a
else.
hot take. I love the books. Do not get me wrong. Like, I have a Slytherin set. I loved reading them. I'm getting my daughters to read them. Like, I love it, right? But I love the movies, and the reason I love the movies is because I am a sucker for a good soundtrack. The scores that is played throughout the entire, from movie 1 to the very last movie, it gives me chills when I hear them, and I listen to them on my own. Like, I have a Spotify playlist, and like Harry Potter music is on there, and people are like, what are you listening to? And I'm like, don't talk to me. Like, you know, and I'm a sucker, and I feel like it just adds to the magic of the world, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I think that's why I love the movies. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love the books, but it's just I
That's
choose
okay.
the movie.
Yeah.
It's a hot take.
I have a question. I'm curious. And now that I know that Michaela hasn't watched the last 2 movies, I can't say what mine is, but is there like an ick or like a specific scene where you're just like, oh, the scene like is so cringy? Like, why did they show
Yes.
this scene? I hate this scene so much every time. And like, I just want to know what it is. Because
In Goblet of Fire, whenever Harry needs to find a partner because he's got to do this whole dance in front of the whole school, he's like stressed. He's panicked. He's trying to find a girl. And then him and Ron are like, why do they move in packs? Why can't they just be by
Yeah.
themselves?
I thought that was funny.
And then whenever Ron ends up asking Fleur,
yes.
he's like, I think Ginny was said in the movie, he just yelled at her. He just at her.
I screamed at her.
And then Ron is like, I just love the way they walk, or something like that. So
And you're like,
cringy.
ew,
Yeah,
what are you
you're
doing
like,
that
oh my
for?
God,
It's like
the
teenage
hormones
boys.
are strong.
Well, I was just going to say, there's just this one moment, and I'm pretty sure it's in Order of the Phoenix, at the very beginning of the movie. Harry is so angry. I don't know exactly, but like he like fake pounds on the door.
I'm like,
I know
Yeah.
It's just like 1 pound, but like he did
Yeah.
not throw any body into it. It was just
all shakes. And
She
it's
said,
Yeah.
and like everything
and then he
moves.
apologizes to Hedwig for causing a
Yeah.
ruckus. I'm like, dude, you just
Hedwig's like,
moved
no,
the
give me
arm.
more.
and I don't know, maybe like when filming they had been doing it too much, and now he was like overthinking the hit the door.
He's like, how do I do this?
I don't know, but that
Like, how do I
was-
move my arms?
I like clocked that a bit. I was like, that was awkward. Okay, that reminded me a little bit of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my gosh.
There are some scenes in that movie. I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
yes. What about y'all, Kim?
Okay, I'm not going to say my original, but because there's one at the Deathly Hollows, I think it's like part 1 that's like super cringe, and it's like
No.
a scene, like a dancing scene, and we'll just leave it at that. And
Okay.
if you know Haley and Tiff, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, I think like the cringes, it was when Ginny is like bends down and like ties Harry's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just watched this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, who was directing this? They did that on purpose? She got
was like-
real close to tie his
It's like,
shoe.
what's happening?
I know, yeah.
This is so random.
Oh,
Just everything
God.
with Ginny and Harry in the movie, it just feels so
It's so
awkward.
awkward.
Yeah.
Like they're
Especially
What I'm
in
talking
Deathly
about. In the
Hallows, part
books,
1.
Ginny is so cool. In the
Yeah.
movies, meh.
weird. It's
Yeah.
just didn't work. It's just weird.
It was awkward.
Awkward, definitely.
Very forced.
That was like, for me when she ties his shoes. I was like, okay,
You said, okay, Ginny, stop.
so weird.
yeah.
Mine
And-
is like,
And I was like, wait, which movie is it where she's like, open up? And she like feeds him like
oh,
a
yeah.
dessert. When was
I think
that?
that
When
was
did that
also
happen?
Half-Blood print. I
Yeah.
think it might have been. That Order
The
of
wedding is
Phoenix.
happening, right? Is the wedding happening?
No, the wedding happens
that's
in Deathly
Deathly
Hallows.
Oh,
There's
so-
a
Who's
scene
getting
with them.
married?
Yeah, there's a scene there where like the dress scene.
yeah, that's what I
That's
was
cringy.
thinking.
That's so cringe.
So cringe.
just
And like George
everything
is there and he's
with
like,
him
or
is
like
cringe.
Fred is there and he's like, he said, hello, that's my sister. And I was like,
That's it. I'm just like, oh my god. Okay, what
you'll
about
know
you,
when you
Tiff?
get to it.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, this is cringy.
Oh, God.
I think okay, 2 things. Super cringy when Ginny walks in. They're having that dinner with the Professor Slughorn, and Ginny
Yeah.
walks in and Harry stands up. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I love Hermione's face. She's like,
I know. Hermione's like, what? And then Hermione's like explaining something about her dad being a dentist, and you could see Harry like trying so hard not to laugh. Like he's like, this is the most simplest thing. Hearing someone explain it is so funny. So I think that is cringy, but also like anything with Victor Crumb, like any scene when he's doing those high knees on the beach and all those girls are following him, and he looks at Hermione. If he were to look at me, I'd be like, why are you doing high knees on the beach? Like, what are you doing? What are you preparing for?
the tournament.
There's nothing in the tournament that could require high knees like that. I don't know. So that's mine.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, that was my only question. I was talking to Tiff, and I was like, "What are our cringy?" Like, there are some very cringy
Some
scenes
cringy
in these movies, but that's all I was really curious about.
Have y'all read Manacled yet? I have not, obviously, but
No, I
Yeah.
have not yet.
I love Manacled.
okay. Well, I learned
With
like a
everything.
small spoiler, but I won't say it because Kim has not.
You could say it.
Are you sure?
I feel like she's never gonna read it, even though I've sent it to her. to read.
Okay.
I found it to give to her, and
it's
she
so good.
still
Oh my
hasn't read
God.
it.
Okay, well, I was with my friend the other day, and she was like, look, the font is so small on my Kindle. And the first line is manacled, Ginny is pregnant, or whatever. Okay, I don't know who the daddy is, but I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
I know Ginny is pregnant.
Yeah.
She said, "I know." Okay,
Yeah.
that's all you need to
That's
know.
all.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh, I need y'all to read Manacled. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I need to know your thoughts because Manacled lives in my head rent free.
Right. And
I can't-
McKaylee and I are meeting the author in Austin in October. So McKaylee's got to get on the ball and
Yeah.
finish Harry Potter, then
Oh
finish
my
Manacled.
gosh.
My God.
I know.
a lot's happening.
Oh my
I
God,
know.
So
that's
exciting. I'm so jelly.
That is exciting.
That is very exciting.
Y'all
Yeah,
have
you
to
need
fly
to read it.
Austin. Come
Yeah,
with
come
us.
with us.
I know, Kim. Come on, let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Through
Go to
anything else we
Texas.
have planned.
Yeah, come to Texas. And then come to New York. We're going to see Cursed Child
Yep.
in January. So y'all should come. Come,
That
tag
would
They
be
along.
cool.
literally. Oh
God.
my God. I remember
Then we
reading.
should go.
I know. So like I have. What is it? Oh yeah, I have Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and it's written out like the play.
Mhm.
And I remember reading it, and I just was like, "This is amazing! Like I
Yep.
have to see it. Oh my God."
Well,
Tiff,
you
we have to go
have
on
to.
adventures. I know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I never said we shouldn't.
Okay.
I'm always down for an adventure. Everyone knows
Hey.
this, and no one offers. So I'm like, I'll just be a little hobbit in my house and not to go anywhere.
Well, you can see Tom Felton because when we go, he's gonna be Draco.
Yeah.
I was like, we have to go. Like this, we've got to go. We've
We
got
have to go to
try
that.
and figure
Kim,
out
we
how
have
we
to
can
go to that. I
No.
can't. I have. This is an opportunity.
We do. We
Opportunity
do.
of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay, we will. I'm literally gonna look into everything once we get off this call.
Gosh.
Okay, guys, that's it. We've officially talked too much again.
If you're still here, you're our kind of people.
Interested in being a guest on the pod? Check out our link tree. It's on our Instagram and Facebook pages at Two Chicks and a Plot Twist.
There's a form, there's merch, there's chaos. You know the drill.
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Haley.books. Come see what fictional man I'm crying over this week.
And I'm at McKaylee Daniels, where unhinged book rants happen daily.
Join us for our next episode where we will be diving deeper into who your hosts are. So excited, can't wait.
You can expect a podcast episode from us every Thursday. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm as dead as Dumbledore. That is. Oh
My God.
Wild.
gosh.
Wow.